Today's agricultural fact has to do with meat chickens again. So today's agricultural fact, Cornish cross meat chickens are typically fed a 20% chick starter for their entire lives due to the fact that they grow so quickly and only live for 6 to 8 weeks. Laying chicks are also fed a 20% chick starter for about 6 to 8 weeks and are then transitioned to an 18% grower pellet until they are about 16 to 20 weeks of age. Once they start laying, they are then transitioned to a 16% layer feed. Diet is a critical part to the growth, especially meat chickens, because they gain so quickly in a short period of time. So if you don't feed them a high enough protein, then it's going to take them longer to get from start to finish. The big selling point with Cornish cross is that they are ultra efficient. So you really want to be able to meet their needs so that they can grow to that potential and you can turn around and sell them quicker. Some people believe that Cornish crosses are not fed the same feed as layer chicks. Now, again, everybody does it differently. Anytime I talk about agricultural practices, it's not a one size fits all. Every operation does it differently, and there's not necessarily a right and a wrong way. But the feed that meat chickens are fed is the same feed that layer chicks are fed. I can tell you, at least from my operation, everybody in our region, they all use the same feed source. It's a local mill. It's not your Tractor Supply Runnings, like large scale produced feed. And it is made on a daily basis, fresh with local ingredients. So I can't necessarily speak to the feed that the large scale meat producers are feeding their chickens. But from my personal experience and anybody local to me that has raised meat chickens or anybody that I've connected with through social media, it's all very similar. And no, there are no added hormones in the feed. I feel like a broken record saying this, but people are still insistent. And I am telling you, USDA, our laws, there are no hormones in chicken unless they are naturally occurring hormones. Any animal product will have some amount of hormones, but they are not being fed it. It's not supplemental. It's just the natural hormones that those animals produce. It's like when people try to compare and say that beef is full of estrogen. It's ironic because when people usually use the hormone thing, they start pushing going vegan. And a simple Google search and finding reliable sources will give you the information about estrogenic activity. And when you look at the comparison, now I couldn't find one of chicken specifically, but beef is another one that's constantly under fire. And I have a chart that I'm looking at right now that gives a bunch of different things. And tofu is actually at the top of that list with the highest estrogenic activity, ironically. And beef is more closer towards the bottom under milk, obviously. Eggs was a little bit higher than that. Peanuts, white bread, pinto beans, tofu, and soy flour. I will get off of my soapbox here in a second, but I feel like a lot of people also confuse coccidiostats and automatically assume that they are hormones because some